Yashin, Postilio, white flag raised. Just the hot favorite, KYPRIOS. They're lined up for the feature, and they're off. The SBK Vintage Crop Listed Stakes over mile 6. It's the blinkered Queenstown on the inside of Postilio, tracked by KYPRIOS. Run for Oscar next, and Yashin. Together at the rear, Dawn Rising and the 11-year-old Lord Erskine. Rising towards the winning post the first time, and it's Queenstown, making it early on from stable companion KYPRIOS, who's nudging into second place ahead of Postilio. Break of 3 lengths to Run for Oscar, and then Yashin with the final couple. A full circuit in front of them, Lord Erskine and Dawn Rising. Making the bend to race along the side of the track. It's Queenstown and Wayne Lordan, followed now by KYPRIOS and Ryan Moore. Couple cleared of Postilio and Colin Keane in third as they reach the final 10 furlongs. Yashin, Shane Furley on the inside of Run for Oscar and Sean Davis. Lord Erskine, Siobhan Rutledge last but one. Dawn Rising and Dylan Brown McMonigal bring up the rear. Spacing them out is Queenstown, leads by 2 lengths to KYPRIOS. Out early in the campaign is the winner of 2 years ago. And third is Postilio, racing together for the fourth. Yashin on the inside of Run for Oscar as Dawn Rising just relegates Lord Erskine to be last of the 7. Continuing their progress towards halfway. In the lead is Queenstown, bowls along 2 up on KYPRIOS. Third is Postilio, just edging the fourth. Run for Oscar the outside of Yashin. And then Dawn Rising and Lord Erskine. They've gone by halfway in the SBK Vintage Crop Listed Stakes. Out of the back straight they race. It's Queenstown stalked by KYPRIOS. Third is Postilio, and then Run for Oscar, Yashin. As Lord Erskine swaps last once more with Dawn Rising, ultra consistent in staying races last season. Less than 5 furlongs to go. It's Queenstown, followed closely by KYPRIOS. And then Postilio, Yashin, Run for Oscar, Lord Erskine and Dawn Rising. Their heads turn for home with 4 furlongs to go. It's Queenstown almost joined by stable companion KYPRIOS at the head of the straight, then Postilio. Nudged along the nose banded Run for Oscar, and then Yashin, Lord Erskine and Dawn Rising. Coming up towards the top of the track, and it's Queenstown being pumped away on the inside of KYPRIOS. Couple cleared of Yashin, who moves after them in third, and Postilio with a gap to the back 3, Run for Oscar, Dawn Rising and Lord Erskine as they return to their point of departure. And it's KYPRIOS, one out from the rail, who's just edging it from Queenstown. 3 cleared of Yashin, and then Postilio, Run for Oscar, and KYPRIOS leads at the furlong pole from Queenstown, breaking clear of Yashin, and then Postilio and Run for Oscar. But it is KYPRIOS striding away, is winning a second vintage crop on his return to action, and Navan double for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien. Also at the second, Queenstown, and then Yash.
We'll just see if we can have a quick word with Ryan. It's been a good day at the office. Ryan, congratulations. Great to see him back. Was that the old KYPRIOS today?
Yeah, he's going to be a lot of fun this year. Look, last year it was probably a miracle that he came back, and he was still running very well in the Irish Ledger, and I couldn't believe he got beat Champions Day. That was my fault, but he was great 2 years ago, and you know he seems to have his enthusiasm still, and we look forward to what he can do the rest of the year now.
Was that every bit as straightforward as it looked?
Yeah, it was. You know, he stays very well, but he has an awful lot of speed. He be deceptive. You know, he's got the pace, and. Yeah, delighted that he's back.
Hopefully this will be a great launch pad for him again. Just a quick word about the 2-year-old. He looked pretty smart.
Yeah, beautiful Wharton Bassett again, and he was doing that comfortably. We didn't go mad, and he was a bit idle with me, but I was very happy with what he done today. He can only improve, and hopefully we'll get another look at him before Ascot.
The lad who won it last year wasn't too shabby either. Was he same star? River Tiber?
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, he's on his way back, so looking forward to plenty to look forward to.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks.
Joined now by Aidan O'Brien, who's had a great day here at Navan with KYPRIOS, the star stayer, returning to land the SPK Vintage Crop Stakes. And a lovely 2-year-old as well, Aidan, who will come to in a second. But how good was it to see KYPRIOS back and looking the business again today?
Yeah, no, delighted, Gary. Obviously, a lot of people did a lot of hard work with him to get him back this year. Like after last year, he had nothing went right. From delighted for Aoife and the lads. Derek is in charge of him with Donal, Fazzy, who looks after him, Dean and Patrick ride him out, Rachel rides him in his work, Eamon, Shane, John, everyone. There's a lot of people around him to keep him right, but he's a lovely horse. Everything went great this year. Last year nothing went right for him, but he's very enthusiastic. He hasn't got a lot of miles on him. Ryan gave him a lovely ride. Wayne took him along in a lovely even pace. So he's a horse really to look forward to. Yeah, so the plan was to come here and go to Leopardstown and then hopefully go to the Gold Cup with him. So hopefully if he comes back okay, that'll be the plan next. So he's really a horse to look forward to, Gary.
Of course, this was the race that set him up for that wonderful unbeaten run in 2022. Is that the idea again, to go down all those roads?
Yeah, that was the plan. Like we obviously the 2 races before the Gold Cup we thought would suit him and work in lovely for him. That was the plan. Like obviously it didn't work last year. Things went wrong, but everything this year has been great. So no, hopefully that's the plan.
Onwards and upwards. Looked like another personal best from the second. Is he one who surprised you the way he's come forward?
Yeah, he was always a lovely horse. He was a little bit laid back. He was gelded this year, and that really improved him. He's a solid Group 3 horse, 1.5 miles. So when you have a horse like him that can go an even pace in front, it's a big help to KYPRIOS. But he's, like I said, he's a solid Group 3 horse. It was 1.25 miles we ran him the last day just to sharpen him up a little bit. 1.5 miles is probably his perfect trip. And listen, he gets 1.6 miles as well. But he's a very solid yardstick, and it's great to have him there. And Wayne gave him a lovely ride. He pace was lovely, and Ryan was very happy just to be following it along.
Earlier on, we saw a really nice introduction from Camille Pissarro in the 2-year-old maiden. How much did that please you to see him go and get it done first time?
Yeah, we thought he was very nice. We thought he would be very happy over 6-7 furlongs, but he's a horse that showed loads of class. Everything he was doing was very easy. He'd never been taken off the bridle at home, so today would have been the first time, so he will have learnt a lot when Ryan asked him to stretch. Ryan was mad about him. He said he's a lovely attitude. Obviously he's by Wooden Basset, which most of them have speed and they do stay as well. So no, Stephen rides him out every day at home, and Alex and John and Seamus and everyone is in charge of him. So he's a lovely horse. So we thought that he would be an Ascot horse, and whether he will need another run before then, I'm not sure, to see what everyone thinks. But he's a lovely horse.
You obviously took it last year with Ribber Tiber by the same sire, who turned out to be one of your better ones. Would this guy really be up near the top of the pecking order?
Yeah, we think he is. We think he's very nice. Like I say, everything he was doing was always very easy, and he's a big horse too, and loads of scope. But he found everything very easy. He's a lovely mover. It was a lovely bit of ground today, so no, we think he's a very nice horse.
Likely to run again between now and Ascot?
Yeah, it's possible that he could. It'll depend on how much he'll have learned today. Like I said, he was never taken off the bridle at home yet, so it'll be interesting to see how much he will have learned. No, he was in Dundalk a couple of weeks ago, and he did it lovely. He blew lovely, so we'll see how he is, Gary, but it's possible that he could be. He probably doesn't have to have, but it is possible, and I suppose the races in Naas or the Curragh would be somewhere where he could go if he was to go again.
And Aidan, while we're all worrying about the end of the jump season next week at the Punchestown Festival, you'll be putting the finishing touches to the preparations of the Guineas horses. Are they all just about exactly where you want them at this stage?
Yeah, well, I suppose we've just the one horse heading to Newmarket, and that's City of Troy. Andrew's very happy with him, with Davy. Dean rides him out and rides him in all his work, and he's very happy. So most of his hard work is done this week. He's another little bit to do next week, but he seems well. He's probably a good bit heavier than he was last year, and he probably has matured. He's a very solid horse. Obviously, we think he's going to get that trip well and probably get a good bit further. So, no, very happy with him. He's doing everything right, moving great. Everyone around him is very happy, so hopefully.
And Aidan, you've got a bit of backup for the filly Ylang Ylang in the 1000. How many would you be expected to run there?
Yeah, I'd say probably only herself will run. Okay. Content could go to France. That's what we're thinking at the moment. And then Yang, the plan is to go there with her. She's very fit, so she looks like a filly that will stay further. So we'll start there and maybe have a look at the Oaks after that with her. But yeah, she's in good form, and Jamie's in charge of her. Wayne rides her out. Rachel rides her in her work. So everyone seems happy with her at the moment. We think that she will thrive when the summer starts, and we think that she will stay further.
And Aidan, just finally, you're no stranger to British Trainers Championships, but today we've seen Willie Mullins win the Jumps Trainers Championship, the first time an Irishman's done it since the days of the great Dr. Vincent O'Brien. I mean, how big an achievement do you view that as?
That's incredible, really. It's unbelievable, really. And sure, like what Willie and all his team have been doing is just, and Jackie and Patrick and you know, David and Ruby, all the team there. Sure, it's incredible what they have been doing, and it gives us all great pleasure watching it. Amazing team of people, owners, staff, horses, everything, and I think it's great, and I think it's great for everybody watching, and like obviously probably no one deserved it more than he has done, and especially this year, like he obviously went every year, he's going from strength to strength, and no, it gives us all great pleasure, and like we're so delighted for him, really.
You really put the seal on it today as well with a couple of big winners at Sandown. Aidan, as ever, thanks so much for your time, and good luck over in Newmarket. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Gary. Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.